1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. The Apple account audio is.
My heart, my soul, my life. All the world knows love you shine so bright on me. Precious little paw prints, you left them on my heart. And now I reflect, I hold no regrets. For everywhere I go, you are there. Like sunshine pierced the rain, the warmth you radiate shows us the way I go. You are there. Every moment is crystallized. Like sunshine pierced the rain, the warmth you radiate shows us the way I pray for you. My dreams all came true when I had you there to put on through. 'Cause it's cold as I knew it got outside. You were there.
Alright, well, we're going into a bit of an audio technical situation, but we are sorting out, guys. We momentarily to start the meeting. Anyway,
As the setting sun descends, marmalade hue reminds me of you.
Walking two people on Facebook.
Tis the season, watching family strolling through the snow.
Right, let's switch over to knives. Okay, right, well, the camera at the top corner. Do you want to get the pets in the Cattio? The rattles and num-nums and num-num-num-num-num! I don't know where you out there. You want to get out there and... Alrighty, yeah, there we go. Just shrink that 90-degree camera down a bit. Give them some treats. Get them all ready to go. Okay, alrighty. So let me just, okay, I was going over the chat box here. Chat box, always show messages. Okay, done. Alrighty. Okay, so let's do. Where's my mouse gone? My mouse gone. Mouse, there it is. Alright, so if I just take that one. There we go, now we can see Gizmo. Alrighty, okay, so I'm going to get out there and read a Streetcat name, Bob chapter 1 to you. Just give me a moment there, guys. Where's my crutches? Just one today. Oh, my hip. Right. Okay. Find myself a copy of the book to read. Streetcat involved. That would be this one. Ooh, actually, before I do that, I just need to go to the descripts. I've not even set up descripts. I don't know if I help if I did these things. Okay. One moment, guys. I've just got to set something up I forgot to do. There we go. It's just descript. Where are we going? Descript. Let me see. Oh, Winnie's got the toys out for them. That's cool. Just download them. Okay. That's good. Save there. And we're ready to go. 18 seconds. Right, okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this and let it record normally. So let me just hit the record button there. Okay, alright. Got my copy of the book. Ooh. Let's copy the book. Okay, Woody? Camera's on my phone when you're ready to go. I'm just going to jump out here. You got the camera. And you can film us. The mic is on that cam, so.
Okie dokie.
Let's get that. Can you get the sensor light facing this way so it actually turns on? Thank you. So it stays on, yeah. There's a little bit more light out here. Alright, so if you guys enjoy what you're watching, contributions are how we keep the channel going and how I pay the mortgage. So, JB, come here, mister. Alright. You gonna go get your ball for me? Gonna get your ball? Go get your ball. Give me the ball. Come on, give me the ball. I'm gonna throw it for you or not? Thank you. Oh, you want to struggle with it, yeah? Okay. Try that with you. Hey, Bandit, did you enjoy your day out yesterday? So, chapter 1, fellow travellers. Feel like we've been here before, haven't we, guys? Alright, as I said, all your contributions, paypal.me/StreetCatBob, or you can become a Patreon at patreon.com/JamesandBobLTD, or you can just subscribe on Facebook for £3.50 a month. It all helps to keep us going, and you know, it's all legit work. Fellow travellers, there's a famous quote I read somewhere. It says, "We are all given second chances every day of our lives. They are there for the taking. It's just that we don't usually take them." I spent a big chunk of my life proving that quote. I was given a lot of opportunities, sometimes on a daily basis. For a long time I failed to take any of them, but then, in the early spring of 2007, that finally began to change. It was then that I befriended Bob. Looking back on it, something tells me it might have been his second chance too. I first encountered him on a gloomy Thursday evening in March. London hadn't quite shaken off the winter, and it was still bitingly cold on the streets, especially when the winds blew in off the Thames. There had even been a hint of frost in the air that night, which was why I'd arrived back at my new sheltered accommodation in Tottenham, North London, a little earlier than usual, after a day basking around Covent Garden. As normal, I had my black guitar case and my rucksack slung over my shoulder, but this evening I also had my closest friend Belle with me. We'd gone out together years ago, but we're just mates now. We were going to eat a cheap takeaway curry and watch a movie on the small black and white telly I'd managed to find in a charity shop round the corner. As usual, the lift in the apartment block wasn't working, so we headed for the first flight of stairs, resigned to making the long trudge up to the 5th floor. The strip lighting in the hallway was broken, and part of the ground floor was swathed in darkness. But as we made our way to the stairwell, I couldn't help noticing a pair of glowing eyes in the gloom. When I heard a gentle, slightly plaintive meowing, I realized what it was. Edging closer in the half-light, I could see a ginger cat curled up on a doormat outside one of the ground floor flats in the corridor that led off the hallway. I'd grown up with cats and had always had a bit of a soft spot for them. As I moved in and got a good look, I could tell he was a Tom, a male. I hadn't seen him around the flats before, but even in the darkness I could tell there was something about him. I could already tell that he had something of a personality. He wasn't in the slightest bit nervous. In fact, completely the opposite. There was a quiet, unflappable confidence about him. He looked like he was very much at home here in the shadows. And to judge by the way he was fixing me with a steady, curious, intelligent stare, I was the one who was straying into his territory. It was as if he was saying, "So who are you and what brings you here?" I couldn't resist kneeling down and introducing myself. "Hello, mate. I've not seen you before. Do you live here?" I said. He just looked at me with the same studious, slightly aloof expression, as if he was still weighing me up. I decided to stroke his neck, partly to make friends, but partly to see if he was wearing a collar or any form of identification. It was hard to tell in the dark, but I realised there was nothing, which immediately suggested to me that he was a stray. London had more than its fair share of those. He seemed to be enjoying the affection, and began brushing himself lightly against me. As I petted him a little more, I could feel that his coat was in poor condition. It was uneven, bald patches here and there. He was clearly in need of a good meal. From the way he was rubbing up against me, he was also in need of a bit of TLC. "Poor chap, I think he's a stray. He's not got a collar, and he's really thin," I said, looking up at Belle, who was waiting patiently by the foot of the stairs. She knew I had a weakness for cats. "No, James, you can't have him," she said, nodding towards the door of the flat that the cat was sitting outside. "He can't have just wandered in here and settled on this spot. He must belong to whoever lives there. Probably waiting for them to come home and let him in." Reluctantly, I agreed with her. I couldn't just pick up a cat and take him home with me, even if all the signs pointed to the fact it was homeless. I'd barely moved into this place myself and was still trying to sort out my little flat. What if it did belong to the person living in that flat? They weren't going to take kindly to someone carrying off their pet, were they? Besides, the last thing I needed right now was the extra special... The last thing I needed right now was the extra responsibility of a cat. I was a failed musician and recovering drug addict, living a hand-to-mouth existence in sheltered accommodation. Taking responsibility for myself was hard enough. I'm going to go on to the next section in a moment. We're going to just jump over to the questions and answers and see what's going on over there. So just give me a moment, guys. We'll be right with you. Play the doggies. Okay, let's see what we've got. Yeah, you sat there with that camera. Okay, there we go. You can hear me all right? Looks like it. 1, 2. Alrighty, let's see what we got going on the Facebook chat then, hey? Alrighty, let's see. Here we go. Bring it down to over there. Alright, so in the live chat we have today got to say hello to David. Hey David. Julie. Hey Julie. Marlene, good evening. Rachel, good evening. Wendy, hello. Thank you for your call earlier. Rachel, 200 stars. Thank you very much. Sandra, 530 stars. Thank you very much. Let's go with the stream there. Okay. What else are we? What's that? Okay, that was confusing me. There we go. Oh wow, look at that. It's an energetic bandit there. What else we got there? Yes, Sandra. Hi James, I love a ballad for Bob. Thank you, Kirsten. Hi Amin. Hi Carol. I'm doing good. He did have a lovely time at the In Memorial yesterday. No problem, David. Always happy to do it. Hello, Cornelia. Mary, hello. Kirsten, hello. Oh no, we don't talk to Luke. Luke's a busy boy. He's got lots of movies to make and stuff. So you know, getting a hold of Luke is hard work. So not really, Nick. But thanks for the question. No, it was a very quiet day yesterday, Carol. There were a few people there. We had some lovely people who visited from Scotland. Yes, Angela. Well, I'm alright. I'm in pain a bit, but you know, can't be helped. I'll be getting a new second hip soon, so both sides of me will be titanium. Katia, 200 stars. Thank you. Koran, thank you very much. No problem, Katia. It was lovely to meet you too. Thank you very much for coming to see us. Papa Mole, 100 stars. Koran, 99, thank you. Elsie, 200. Angela, 50. Daisy, 200. Thank you for your stars, people. Hello again, Julie. Liz, hi. How you doing? Okay. Alright, so anyway, let's see how we're doing. Have we had... okay, Woody, I'm going to need that phone, please. Woody, yeah. I'm going to need the phone, buddy.
Okie dokie.
Just, yeah, thanks. Wait, so... Go down here, so let's go down here. We've had no contributions made today. Alright, sorry. Okay, so we are going to auction off a very special pawtograpphed and signed photo today. I'm just going to grab it for you. Where are those photos? Real folder photos.
I don't know what's down.
We had them yesterday. Oh, they're in the shoulder bag. There's a shoulder bag. You know the one I mean. One moment, guys. We'll be right with you. I'm going to take it upstairs. You know what? Will you get back out there? Woody, these ain't the right pictures. Do you know where the
What, mate? What, mate? What photos are they, mate?
just like photos that would be sellable, like there's ranking pictures in there and well, like publicity photo kind of thing. There's a big pile of them, like extensive duplicates and triplicates and all sorts. I thought that they were definitely around here somewhere. Oh, see, I know that they're here. All out the other day, man, and so these pictures we can sign and sell them. No, they're not going to be like in a, they're in a snappy snap kind of paper folder that you get from the photos from the developers. Chewbacca, stop that! Chewie! Give us your ball. Come here, give me your ball. Stop digging. Chewbacca! Now, come here. Here, now. Come here. Chewie, come here.
Please.
No, those are book plates. They're photographs. They're just photographs. And they're multiples of the same pictures. One person organises it, and then another person reorganises it, and then I don't know where anything is.
These photographs you're talking about them.
No, but they'll be with them. There will be more of those with them. That's looking promising. I've got yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
There we go, there we go, right, okay. I have one last ranking photograph available for sale, people, which I will sign and pour dedicate and all the rest of it. Just get that lined up there. Oh. So, okay, so bring that up there. Okay, there we go. This here is the last of the original ranking prints. If you would like to start bidding on it, we are opening. Huh? Yeah, it's alright, it's coming up.
Yeah, cool.
Look at the bottom screen, would you?
Oh yeah. Okay.
If you'd like to bid, if you'd like to bid on this, bidding starts at £20. It will be signed and pawtograpphed by James and Bob and Bandit and Chubby and Gizmo and Jinxie and Pom Pom. We'll put it all on the back there. But we'll put the little scribble and who it's to on the back there, and we'll just JB on the front and a little paw print and the stamp. So if you'd like to put a bid on it, starting bid is £20. So let us know. Let's see. Right, okay, so let me go back to reading the book. Oh, did I leave the book out there? Right, okie dokie. There you go. Thank you very much, Nick.
Can I take that?
You can have a tic tac.
Considering they were on the line.
Yeah, indeed. Alright. Let me see. Yorga's £25. So if anybody wants to, £30 from Michelle Lowe. Okay, this bidding will go on for the next 15 minutes. We're going to end the bidding at 9:30, so we've got 13 minutes to bid, guys. £30 from Michelle Lowe. £40 from Jorg. Thank you very much, Jorg. That's brilliant. Fantastic, people. In the meantime, I'm going to read on with the chapter. The following morning, Friday, I headed downstairs to find the Ginger Tom still sitting there. It was as if he hadn't shifted from the same spot in the past 12 hours or so. Once again, I dropped down on one knee and stroked him. Once again, it was obvious that he loved it. He was purring away, appreciating the attention he was getting. He hadn't learned to trust me 100% yet, but I could tell he thought I was okay. In the daylight, I could see that he was a gorgeous creature. He had a really striking face with amazingly piercing green eyes. Although looking closer, I could tell that he must have been in a fight or an accident, because there were scratches on his face and legs. As I'd guessed from the previous evening, his coat was in very poor condition. It was very thin and wiry in places, with at least a half a dozen bald patches where you could see the skin. I was now feeling genuinely concerned. Hold on, let me just turn this camera on. There we go. I was now feeling genuinely concerned. What was it? About him. But again, I told myself that I had more than enough to worry about. Getting myself straightened out. So more than a little reluctantly, I headed off to catch the bus from Tottenham to central London and to Covent Garden, where I was going to once more try and earn a few quid busking. By the time I got back that night, it was pretty late, almost 10 o'clock. I immediately headed for the corridor where I'd seen the Ginger Tom, but there was no sign of him. Part of me was a bit disappointed. I'd taken a bit of a shine to him, but mostly I felt relieved. I assumed he must have been let in by his owner when they got back from wherever it was they'd been. Let's have a look at the bidding. Alright. 45 from Cattio Findus. So we are up to £45. Anybody else want to bid on all that? I'll sweeten the deal. How can I sweeten the deal? I'll put an official certificate with it, with wax and fur, to state that it's an officially a Rankin photo. This is the last one. Any more of these that get, there'll be reprints. £50 from York. Oh, no, there is one left, but I'm holding on to that. So yeah, well, I've got two, but I'm holding on to the other one. So this one's the last one for sale. Any more? After that, there'll be reprints. They won't be the original Rankin set. So, we are bidding on the last of two prints by Rankin, the famous photographer of Bob and myself. $60 from York, thank you very much. Michelle, you missed out on the Cattio moment there, but York's bid you both out. But where are we? Alright, so. My heart sank a bit when I went down the next day and saw him back in the same position again. By now he was slightly more vulnerable and dishevelled than before. He looked cold and hungry, and he was shaking a little. Still here then, I said, stroking him. Not looking so good today. I decided that this song got long enough. So I knocked on the door to the flat. I felt I had to say something. If this was their pet, there was no way to treat him. He needed something to eat and drink, and maybe even some medical attention. A guy appeared at the door. He was unshaven, wearing a t-shirt and a pair of tracksuit bottoms, and looked like he'd been sleeping even though it was the middle of the afternoon. Sorry to bother you, mate. Is this your cat? I asked him. For a second he looked at me as though I was slightly mad. What cat? He said before looking down and seeing the ginger Tom curled up in a ball at the doormat. Oh no, he said, with a disinterested shrug. Nothing to do with me, mate. He's been there for days. I said, again drawing a blank look. Has he? Must have smelt something cooking or something. Well, as I say, nothing to do with me. He then slammed the door shut. I made up my mind instantly. Okay, mate, you're coming with me, I said, digging into my rucksack for the box of biscuits I carry specifically to give treats to cats and dogs that regularly approached me when I was busking. I rattled that at him, and he was immediately up on all fours following me. I could see he was a bit uneasy on his feet, and was carrying one of his back legs in an awkward manner. So we took our time climbing the 5 flights of stairs. A few minutes later, we were safely ensconced in my flat. My flat was a threadbare, it's fair to say. Apart from the telly, all I had was a second-hand sofa bed, a mattress in the corner of the small bedroom, and in the kitchen area, a half-working refrigerator, a microwave, a kettle, and a toaster. There was no cooker. The only things in the flat were my books, videos, and knickknacks. I'm a bit of a magpie. I collect all sorts of stuff from the street, and at the time I had a broken parking meter in one corner. Where is that broken parking meter, Woody?
Broken parking meter, you've moved it somewhere. I think it's either under your desk.
Oh, here it is, yeah.
Yeah.
A broken parking meter. What else does it say here? And a mannequin with a cowboy hat. The mannequin's up there on its head. In another, a friend once called my place the old curiosity shop, but as he sussed out his new environment, the only thing that Tom was curious about was the kitchen. I fished out some milk from the fridge, poured it into a saucer, and mixed it with a bit of water. I know that contrary to popular opinion, milk can be bad for cats because in fact they are actually lactose intolerant. He lapped it up in seconds. I had a bit of a tuna in the fridge, so I mixed it up with, ooh, Pom Pom and Jinxie, I think. Was it?
Yep.
You alright, Pom Pom? Come here, baby. Hello. Oi! Leave her alone, you lot. Okay, Pom Pom, it's okay.
That's the originality certificate, sorry.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got the ticket ready. Okay, what's the bidding up to? Cattio, 75. Okay, what's the time? We have 6 minutes left to bid, people. 6 minutes left to bid. Okay, so where are we? After the cold and dark of the corridor, the flat was 5-star luxury. And as far as Tom was concerned, he seemed very pleased to be there. After being fed in the kitchen, he headed for the living room, where he curled up on the floor near the radiator. As I sat and watched him more carefully, there was no doubt in my mind that there was something wrong with his leg. Sure enough, when I sat on the floor next to him, right, guys, we'll be right back. Just taking a short break because we're having a call. So, speak to you soon, guys. Back in a moment. Hey guys, we're back. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a mix-up with some all to do with the AJ and Dan thing for anyone who's been following along. But that's all I'm going to say. But that's all dealt with now. So okay, what do we have as our final bid? Let's have a look. Let's get in there. It's now well past the time. Obviously, it's 4:34. So the final bid comes in now. Let's have a look. Let me get lead page. Okay, load page. Ooh, here we go. Let's get on there. Here we go. And the final bid is. Okay, where are we? Okay, let's see. £75 is the highest bid that we got there. Cattio Fitness, you said £75. I'm going to give one more chance. If anybody wants to bid, you have exactly 3 minutes to bid. So, as Cattio was the last one to bid, it's currently down to her for £75. Let me just bring the camera up and flip the camera around. There we go. Right, Cattio, £75. Anybody else want to make a bid there? Oh, Jinxie's out there. Do you want to go play with the cats out there? Get them playing. None of the cats out at the moment, is there?
There is just Pom Pom. Just Pom Pom.
Okay, well. Num nums! Come on! Nummy nummy nummies! Mr. Jinxie says hello to you, Helena. Anyway.
Judy's going out. Pom Pom's out there. Pom Pom's out there. Juby's here. Juby.
Juby, I'm taking you for a kiss.
Juby.
Okay. Can you give me a kiss? Come on, give me a kiss.
With this entertaining.
So do we have anything over on 75? No?
Come on, Juby.
£75, last bid.
Come here. Come on, walkies. Walkies. No, no, bro.
No, I
Walkies,
feel
come on.
right to you so he would come out here.
Okay, £75 it is to Cattio. You win. I'm going to sign that for you now. Where is it? Where is that picture? Ron, can you pass me that photo? Where is it? Oh no, I've got it here. Here it is. I've got it here. I've got it here.
Yeah.
No, I've got it here. I've got it in my hand, Ron. So I'm going to sign it and put the stuff on the back. If you could just
Here, come on. Juby,
through the
please
usual channels, that would be great. Cattio, thank you very much. Let's get this signed for you. So
Juby.
let's see. Let's put a. There's a Sharpie.
Okay, good boy.
There's a Sharpie. Have your
No,
Sharpie,
no, no. You now. Okay,
please. Oh,
walkies.
here, I might have one here. No. So.
Chips.
You shot me in that group.
Sharpie. They're all, and his pen thing under the left hand side.
I've got a Sharpie. Here we go. All right. So to Cattio Fitness. So first of all, I'm just going to on the front of it. We're going to sign it for you there. So let me just flip the camera around here. So Terry, can you hold this for me? Okay. So let's just put some space there. Okay. So put
Jimmy, you're both.
Get
Jimmy.
that posted out first thing
Let's go
tomorrow.
Yep.
Coming.
So, 2. There we go. All done. Right, so we're going to get that into an envelope for you and get it posted out straight away for first thing tomorrow. And that will go out with a with an official certificate of authenticity, as it's an original ranking. So yes, on that we're going to take a short break while we get that processed, and then we'll come back to finish the chapter very shortly.